Good morning, children, and welcome back. We shall continue with chapter 4. Let us recall what we have learned so far. We have seen the interior, exterior part of the angles. We have also seen what are adjacent angle. I suppose you are able to identify adjacent angles, the definition for adjacent angles. Then we saw what are complementary angles, supplementary angles, opposite rays. These are the things we have seen. I am sure you have completed the homework and you have learned the definitions also. Now, today we are going to see what are linear pair. You can see two angles over here. What do you call these angles? This is one angle, this is another angle. What do you call these angles as? They are adjacent angles. Why do you call them as adjacent angle? Because they have a common vertex and this arm divide the interior or separate the interior. It is a common arm which separate the interiors. Therefore, we call them as adjacent angles. Now look at ray BA and ray BC. I suppose this is clear to you. Ray BA and ray BC. What type of rays are they? They are opposite rays. Why do you call them as opposite rays? Because they have a common origin and they form a straight line. So we have these as opposite rays and these are adjacent angles. Okay. Now, by looking at it, suppose if I ask you to check this angle measure, this entire angle, how much will that be? By looking at it, what do you feel? This is a straight line. How much will this angle be? This is half of a circle. You can check with your protractor and see how much you are getting. It will be half of a circle. Means you will be getting it as 180 degree. That is this angle plus this angle. Suppose I name this as first angle and this is second angle. First angle plus second angle you will be getting 180 degree. Means they are supplementary angle. The sum of the angles give you 180 degree, then they are called as supplementary angles. Now, since these angles give you 180 degree, we also call them as linear pair. Now, what is the criteria to be a linear pair? The criteria is the common arm separate the interiors and the other arms form a straight line. I repeat, angles whose common arm separate the interiors and the other arms form a straight line are called as linear pair. Linear pairs are supplementary. Means there will be two angles. Pair means two. So there will be two angles whose sum will be 180 degree. If the angle sum is 180 degree, then they are called as supplementary angles. I suppose this is clear to you. Please take the last page of your notebook and please write it over there. The definition for linear pair. Angles which have a common arm, and the other arms form a straight line, are called linear pair. Next point, linear pairs are supplementary. Linear pair is supplementary. Okay. Now we shall go for practice set 19. Draw the pairs of angles as described below. If that is not possible, say why. The first one, complementary angles that are not adjacent. You need complementary angles. Complementary angle means they should give you 90 degree, but they are not adjacent. Means their interior is not separate. So you need two complementary angles. I am drawing like this. I have two complementary angles. Suppose this is 30 degree. How much will this be? 60 degree. I name this as ABC and I name this as PQR. Okay. I have two angles which are complementary. You can see 30 plus 60 gives you 90 degrees. So they are complementary, but they are not adjacent. Why are they not adjacent? Do they have a common vertex? No. And also they don't have a interior separated by a common arm. Therefore they are not adjacent. Second one, complementary angles that do not form a linear pair. From the word itself, complementary angles. Complementary angle means what? That gives you, suppose I have two angles over here, P, Q, R, and this is S. Okay. Complementary angles. Suppose I have this as 40 degree and this are 50 degree. This is 40 degree. 40 plus 50 gives you 90 degree. So it is a complementary. Complementary angles that do not form a linear pair. Can it be true? Complementary means the angle should give you 90 degree. Linear pair should be 180 degree. So it cannot be. Okay. So this is an example. Angles which are neither complementary nor adjacent. Angles which are neither complementary. Suppose I have an angle which are neither complementary and not adjacent. Neither complementary means I can have this as 30 degree, not complementary. So I can have this as 50 degree. 50 plus 30 gives you 80 degree. Okay. Please name the angles. Whatever names you want to give, you can name the angles. Are they complementary? No, because 30 plus 50 gives you 80 degree. Complementary to it has to be 90 degree. The next one, angles in a linear pair which are not supplementary. Angles are in a linear pair but which are not supplementary. Listen again. Angles in a linear pair. In a linear pair. When do you call an angle as a linear pair? Pair as a linear pair. The common arms separate the interior and the other arms form a straight line. Then only you can call them as a linear pair. Now the question to you, it is a linear pair. So this is a linear pair which are not supplementary. We cannot draw it. Why? Because all the linear pairs are supplementary. Adjacent angles which are not in linear pair. It has to be adjacent angles. But it is not linear pair. Suppose I have angles like this. This is my A, B, C, D. Are they adjacent angles? Yes, they have a common arm which separate the interiors and a common vertex. So they are adjacent angles. Are they linear pair? No. To be a linear pair, it has to be supplementary. The next one. Angles in a linear pair which are complementary. Angles in a linear pair. If the angles are in a linear pair, what is the sum of the angles? Sum of the angles is 180 degree. Now they are asking angles in a linear pair which are complementary. Can 180 be complementary? No, it is supplementary. So we cannot draw it. Okay. Whichever is possible to draw, I have drawn it. You have to draw it in your notebook. Okay. Please copy it. Okay, suppose you have done it. So we shall go for the next topic. Next topic is vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite means the angles created are at the vertex. Vertically they are opposite. I have two lines over here, line AB and line CD. They intersect at a point M. They intersect at point M. I have line AB and line CD intersecting at point M. Can you tell me how many angles are created over here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So when two lines intersect, there are 4 angles created. Okay, 4 angles created. Now, which is the vertex over here? Vertex is point M. That is the intersection point. Okay. This is the common vertex for all the angles. You have AMC, CMB, BMD, DMA. So which is the vertex? Vertex is M, which is common for all. Now, which is the opposite angle of angle AMC? I am considering this angle, angle AMC. Which is the opposite of it? Opposite of it is over here. By looking at the diagram, you can make out which are the opposite angle. AMC, opposite of this is opposite here. Okay. Now, by definition, why do we call this as opposite? Opposite angle is created by the opposite ray. Opposite ray of this is what? This. Opposite of this is what? This. So, the angle created by the opposite ray is the opposite angle. Okay. Similarly, if I consider this angle, this is the vertically opposite of this angle, this is the opposite angle. Okay. Now, they say vertically opposite angles are equal, means angle AMC is equal to angle DMB. We are talking about vertically opposite angles. We get vertically opposite angle when two lines intersect each other. Okay. Vertex will be same. Suppose I name these angles as, this is A, this is B, this is C and this is D. I am naming the measure of the angle. I said A, it can be 30 degree, 40 degree, 50 degree, whatever. This can be 60 degree, 70 degree, whatever it may be. This is a measure. Since I am not putting a particular value over there, I am just putting it as a variable. Suppose this measure is A, B, C. And according to what are they telling me? They are saying me A is equal to C. Similarly, B is equal to D. This is the property of vertically opposite angles. What is the property? Vertically opposite angles are equal in measure. Let us try and see whether they are equal, whether we are getting it. You look at this A and B. What type of angles are A and B? First you will say they are adjacent angles. Okay. They have a common arm. What about the other arms? They give us a straight line. So these are linear pair. So I can say that A plus B is equal to, linear pair gives us 180 degree. Okay. Linear pair gives us 180 degree. So A plus B is equal to 180 degree. Now look at B and C. B and C is over here. Again, this is a common arm. The other arms gives a straight line. Okay. So I can say that B plus C also is equal to 180 degree because that also is a linear pair. For that you should know the definition of linear pair well. Okay. Now look at first and second equation. I name this as equation 1, second equation. Look at this. Right hand sides are equal. So I can say the left hand sides are also equal. So I can say A plus B is equal to B plus C. I minus B from both the sides. So what do I get? A is equal to C. Put it over here. What is my A and C? A and C are opposite angles. So I come to the conclusion that opposite angles are equal. Is it clear? Vertically opposite angle. Now when we say opposite angle, be sure it is at the vertex. Okay. So vertically opposite angles are congruent. Please take your last page. Write the point over there. Vertically opposite angles are congruent. Congruent means what? They are equal in measure. So vertically opposite angles are congruent. Okay. We shall go for practice set 20. Take practice set 20. The first question over there. Line AC and BD intersect at point P. Measure of angle APD. It is already mentioned in your diagram. 47 degree. Find the measures of APB, BPC, CPD. Look at BPC. You have two lines intersecting. So what type of angles are you getting over there? Vertically opposite angles. So if one is 47, the opposite angle also will be 47 degree. So you can directly write over there. Angle AP, I am telling you the step how to write the answer. Okay. The first step. Angle APD and angle BPC are vertically opposite angles. Angles APD and angle BPC BPC are vertically opposite angles. Therefore, angle BPC is equal to 47 degree. Equal to 47 degree. Why it is 47 degree? Because they are vertically opposite. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay. Now you have to find angle BPC. Already found angle BPC. You have to find angle APB. Now look at angle APD. Angle APD plus angle APB. What can you say about these two angles? Angle APD and angle APB. Look at the diagram and tell me what type of angles they are. They are linear pair. Linear pair gives you 180 degree. So this is equal to 180 degree. In the bracket, you write over there the reason. What is the reason? Linear pair. The reason is linear pair. Okay. Now linear pair is 180 degree. Angle APD you already know. How much is angle APD? Therefore 47 degree plus angle APB is equal to 180 degree. Therefore angle APB is equal to 180 degree minus, this is plus, so on the other side it will become minus, minus 47 degree. Minus and see how much you get. Once you get that, you check the opposite angle of it. That is what? Angle CPD. So once you get this measure, then you write the next step. Angle APB and angle CPD are vertically opposite angle. Therefore, you write the measure. Okay. We go for this next question. Question number 2. Line PQ and RS intersect at point M. Please look at the diagram. Angle PMR is x degree. What are the measures of the other? Both the questions are in the same manner. What is the difference? Here you are given a particular measure, that is 47 degree. In the next question, you are not given a value, particular value. But what is told to you? X. So when you are solving, you will not get a particular value over there. Everything will be around that x. Okay. So you can directly write like this, the similar step over there. Angle PMR and angle SMQ are vertically opposite angle. Therefore, angle SMQ is equal to x degree. Next step, angle RMP plus angle PMS is equal to 180 degree. Reason? Linear pair. Therefore, what will be angle PMS will be 180 minus x. You will not get a particular value, right, as it is. That will be the opposite angle. I suppose this much is clear to you. Practice at 20 both the questions. Okay, we will go for the next property. What is the next property? Exterior angle property. Okay, now what is the exterior angle of a triangle? I have a triangle ABC. Okay, suppose I extend this ray BC to here. Now you can see that I get an angle over here. Okay, this angle is known as an exterior angle of the triangle. When do we call it as an exterior angle? If this angle forms a linear pair with the interior of the triangle. If this angle forms a linear pair with the interior of the triangle, then we call it as a exterior angle of this triangle. Okay. Similarly, I can extend this line also over here. I get one more angle because this and this are adjacent angles which forms a linear pair. Talking about this angle and this angle. This and this. Similarly, all sides I can do it. All sides of the triangle. This will be one. This will be one. You can see that this gives a linear pair adjacent angle. Similarly, this. Similarly, I can extend over here also. Okay, I get one with this and one like this also. So, how many exterior angles do a triangle have? How many exterior angles? There are 6. At each vertex, there are 2 exterior angles. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 exterior angles can be created for a triangle. Okay. Now, let us look only at one. Let us look at only one. We have this triangle as A, B, C. Looking at this exterior angle. Okay. We have, suppose I name this angle as, measure of this angle as A, this as B and this as C. Okay. These are the measures of the angles. Can you see that? Now, where is the exterior angle formed for this? The exterior angle formed is over here. The adjacent angle which forms a linear pair. The adjacent angle which forms a linear pair. Okay, please look at it. Now, you already know what is the sum of the measures of a triangle. Sum of the measures means A plus B plus C. What do you know about A plus B plus C? Sum of the measures of all the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. Now, you can see that these angles, okay, I am naming them as D, the measure. What can you say about this C and D? C plus D is equal to 180 degree. Why it is 180 degree? Because can you see this as a linear pair? The common arm, the other arms form a straight line. Therefore, this is a linear pair. Linear pair is supplementary, gives you 180 degree. Now look at these two equations. Suppose this is my first equation, second equation. Look at them. Right hand sides are equal. If right hand sides are equal, then the left hand sides also will be equal. That is A plus B plus C is equal to C plus D. What is common both the sides? C. So you minus it. So what remains over here? A plus B is equal to D. Now look at A and B. This is A, this is B and this is your D. That is D, which is the exterior angle, is equal to the sum of the remote interior angles. Now why do we call it as remote interior angles? You can see the triangle. In the triangle you can see there are 3 interior angles, A, B, C. Now which is the closest to the exterior angle that we have marked? That is C. So this is close to this exterior angle. These two are far away. That is why we call them as remote. They are remote interior angle. They are far away interior angle. This one is the close one. So the next property of the exterior angle, that is the exterior angle is equal to sum of the remote interior angles. Exterior angle is equal to sum of remote interior angles. Okay. Exterior angle is equal to sum of remote interior angles. Based on this, you have practice set 21. Look at the diagram. You are given a triangle over there. Triangle A, B, C and this is D. Okay. You are given this is equal to 140 degree. Now, this is marked like this over there. What is the meaning of this marking? That is, these angles are congruent. So whatever is this angle, that is same as this also. Okay. Now read the question. Angle ACD is an exterior angle of this triangle. The measure of A and B are equal. A and B are equal. If measure angle of ACD is 140 degree, find the measures of angle A and B. What is told to you? A and B are equal. So angle, what do you mean by exterior angle property? Exterior angle is equal to sum of the remote interior angle. Sum of the remote interior angle. Which are the remote? A and B. That is equal to angle ACD. This is the exterior angle property. What is angle A? You don't know. But you know that angle A is same as angle B. So I can write this angle B as angle A, that is equal to, how much is the angle ACD? ACD is 140 degree. Here in the bracket you write angle A is equal to angle B. Since B is same as A, I have replaced it. So 2 times angle A gives you 140 degree. Therefore, angle A is equal to 140 upon 2. How much you get? 70 degree. Angle A is 70 degree. Therefore, angle B also is equal to 70 degree. Question number 2. Using the measures of the angles given in the figure, find the measures of the remaining 3 angles. How will we do that? This is given to you as 8y. This is given to you as 6y. Okay. You have to find the measures of the remaining. This is given to you as 4y. The names are given to you as A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. And this is O. The center is O. Now, looking at the diagram, can you tell me what you know? What can you say about this angle and this angle? What can you say about these two? These are vertically opposite angle. So, this angle will be 8y. Okay. Now, how do you write it? You will be writing angle. Please write the step. Please write the step. Angle AOB and angle EOD are vertically opposite angles. I repeat, angle AOB and angle EOD are vertically opposite angle. Therefore, angle EOD is equal to 8y. Okay. Now, look at this entire measure. What can you say about this entire thing? You can see this is a straight line. So this is a straight angle created. Straight angle is 180 degrees. So what can you say about it? We can say that 4y plus 8y plus 6y is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason you will write over here? You write straight angle. S-T-R-A-I-G-H-T. Okay? Straight angle. That is the reason. Add all this, you will get 18y. 18y is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, y is equal to 180 upon 18, that is equal to 10 degree. So, you are getting y is equal to 10 degree. So, what do you mean by 4y? Next line you write. Therefore, 4y is equal to 4 into 10, that is equal to 40 degree. Similarly, 6y is equal to 6 into 10 equal to 60 degree. 8y is equal to 8 into 10 is equal to 80 degree. Okay. Now, what is asked to you? Find the measures of remaining 3 angles. Now, if this is 8y, this is 8y. If this is 6y, how much will this be? This also will be 6y. This is 4y, therefore this also is 4y. Now you have to write the measures of this angle. So how do you write it? You have to write angle BOC equal to angle FOE equal to 4y, and you write how much is 4y. Similarly, this is equal to this equal to 6y equal to how much, that you write it. There is one more question in that. Question number 3, that plus the interior measure of a polygon, that we shall see in the next class. Okay. So I stop here. Please copy this.